In Australia, a quiet revolution is brewing behind the screens of your favorite apps. It began with a simple idea: protect kids from the harms of social media. But as lawmakers rolled out new legislation banning anyone under the age of 16 from holding accounts on platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube, a more complex truth began to emerge, one that's about to reshape how every adult interacts with the internet. If you're an Australian adult, you might assume this law has nothing to do with you. After all, you're well past 16. You pay your taxes. You haven't used the word yeet unironically in at least a decade. But here's the twist: in order to keep underage users out, platforms now have to prove that everyone inside is old enough to be there. That includes you. And they can't do that without asking for proof. So don't be surprised when, sometime in the near future, your favorite social app interrupts your scrolling with a prompt: please verify your age. It may ask you to scan your driver's license, or to snap a real-time selfie so an AI can assess your approximate age, or to log in through a government-linked ID system. What once felt like a frictionless, almost invisible process, opening an app, sharing a photo, liking a post, will suddenly carry the weight of bureaucracy. And this isn't just a one-off. The verification process may repeat if you switch phones, change your email, or are flagged by an algorithm as suspiciously youthful-looking. Even long-standing users could find themselves locked out until they prove conclusively that they are not 13-year-olds with fake birthdays. Of course, the government promises that your data will be protected. By law, platforms must delete your documents or biometric scans after they've confirmed your age. They're not allowed to use your information for marketing, profiling, or anything beyond that one purpose. But the reality of digital systems is always messier. Some platforms may outsource the verification to third-party companies. Others may fumble their data handling despite good intentions. So, while the protections exist on paper, trust in the process will likely vary. Still, the biggest shift may not be the verification process itself, it's what it symbolizes. The internet, long a playground of anonymity, is starting to grow up. For decades, being online meant being untethered from identity. You could explore, post, follow, and engage without anyone asking who you really were. But in this new age of accountability, identity is becoming central. You are expected not only to be who you say you are, but to prove it. And that has broader implications. Platforms will begin to evolve in response. Content may shift to appeal to a slightly older, verified user base. Low-effort youth-targeted advertising might decline. The tone of public discourse could change. Some adults may welcome the new sense of order. Others will mourn the loss of the wild frontier. Yet one thing is certain: Australia's social media crackdown may be aimed at kids, but its ripples will touch every user. You may soon find yourself standing in the virtual queue, license in hand, waiting to be let back into the very platforms you once entered with nothing more than a username and a password. It's the dawn of a new internet, less anonymous, more accountable, and like it or not, you're part of it.